everyone. InspiriaQ was initiated in the year of 2004, where we wanted to go beyond a curriculum. We wanted to go to students, we wanted them to go beyond their academic curriculum and test their knowledge, their general knowledge and the ability to and their understanding of the outside world, which is beyond their academics. This encourages critical thinking among students. This is a property that we wanted to create and scale it up and make it one of the biggest quizzing event of North Bengal. Today we have over 90 schools and 14,000 plus students participating in InspiriaQ, and we're very proud that this property is in its 5th edition, and we would like to scale it up even further in the next edition.
There are 1,000 things by which we are separated. Let me not say 1,000. There are zillions of things which we are separated with. We're separated by caste, by color, by community. We are separated by so many things. And there are very little things with which we are united. Things that brings us together. Things that bring joy to our lives, into our hearts. Things that talk about love, that talk about humanity. And under one umbrella, we come together under an intellectual meet where we integrate and we synchronize and we create the greatest ever music. And we spread that music of goodness, of happiness, and of intellectual prosperity all over the world. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good morning, everyone. This is my first visit to Inspiria Campus College, and of course it's a very well maintained. I'm very impressed with this college campus, and regarding the quiz competition which is going on, it is very knowledgeable. I'm representing Air Force School Bargogra. I'm coordinator of that school, and my 4 students are participating here. I don't know what will be the result, but the quiz is really very tough and lot of knowledgeable. So all the best to the Inspiria people, and keep rocking. Thank you.
Quizzing has always been a passion with me, and I thank Inspiria for having us down here. So we've come all the way from Kurseong to be a part of this great quizzing session here down, and being a part with one of the greatest quizzers, Quizmaster Gautam Bose. And thank you, Inspiria, once again.
Welcome to North Bengal's biggest quiz battle, InspiriaQ 2018. Let's dive right into the event.
In a quiz competition, the whole idea is to make delivery of knowledge and information more interesting so that it can be recalled whenever necessary. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Inspiria Knowledge Campus, Siliguri, I, Vidga Singhi,
and I, Chetan Jain,
will be your host for today's event. We wholeheartedly welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Brigadier Mukesh Chadda, VSM, Mr. Atul Gupta, our Managing Trustee, Mr. Rahul Gupta, Operations Head, Mr. Indrajit Chatterjee, Academics Head, Mr. Ajay Gupta, Trustee, distinguished guests, principals of schools, sponsors, and dear students to InspiriaQ Inter-School Quiz Competition 2018.
It is an honor for us to host such an event, and we are greatly privileged by your presence. Now, for the inaugural ceremony, I would request our chief guest to come upon the stage to light the lamp and inaugurate the event.
Thank you, dignitaries. We kindly request all of you to be seated.
The man behind Inspiria and inspiration to all the activities at Inspiria. We request Mr. Atul Gupta, our Managing Trustee, to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Guru. Welcome, everyone. Distinguished guests, participants, teachers, and everyone present to Inspiria Knowledge Campus. At Inspiria, our goal is to make the youth employable, we are a professional degree college and we train students to make them industry ready and so that they can go out and add value to the industry. The objective of InspiriaQ, it's an interactive platform. It encourages you students to think beyond your curriculum and engage with the real world. You get to know that since the questions are based out of syllabus and require critical thinking and extensive research, students get into the habit of innovative learning from an early stage. We have, so this year, as Mr. Indrajit Chatterjee said, that over 90 schools have participated, 14,000 students have taken the prelims exams. So when you are here, it's already an achievement. Kudos to you guys. Best of luck for your semi-final. You've got the rockstar Gautam to take over as the quiz master this year. He is absolutely an entertainer and it will be a fabulous show, that I can promise you guys. Thank you so much.
We are honored to have among us Brigadier Mukesh Chadda, Vishisht Seva Medal, who was commissioned into Indian Army on 11 June 1988. The officer is an alumnus of National Defence Academy, Pune, and Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. In his professional career spanning over 30 years, the Brigadier has served across wide spectrum of operational areas and terrain profiles ranging from high-altitude areas of Siachen Glacier, counter-insurgency operational areas of Jammu and Kashmir to deserts and plains of southern India. He is presently posted at Sukna as Brigadier Army Service Corps at Headquarters 33 Corps. Sir, please come up on the stage and speak a few words.
Respected Shri Atul Gupta, Shri Ajay Gupta, Shri Rahul Gupta, Mr. Chatterjee, members of this faculty, participating team and contestants, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It's indeed a matter of great honor and privilege to be present amongst you this morning, especially for the inaugural function of Inspiria Inter-School Quiz Competition. I am sure the contest and the battle of brains that is to follow will be very interesting, challenging, and at the same time very, very educative for all of us. Thank you so much once again. God bless and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for giving us your precious time and inspiring us with your kind words. To the most awaited part of today's event. Buckle up your shoes and get ready for InspiriaQ 2018.
Our quiz master of the day is Mr. Gautam Bose. Mr. Bose, apart from being an internationally renowned quiz master, also heads the award-winning event management and knowledge services company, Greycells. Mr. Bose have conducted more than 8,000 quiz events in the last 18 years in over 100 destinations of world, which includes the Middle East, the SAARC regions, East Asia and parts of Europe. Being a powerhouse of knowledge, I hope we will have an enriching and entertaining experience today.
Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Inspiria, the management of Inspiria, the sponsors, Greycells, it's my proud privilege to welcome one and all to InspiriaQ 2018, the 5th edition of what is touted as North Bengal's biggest quiz. Let's hear it for InspiriaQ, all of you. As Atul was telling you, I am predominantly a fun person, so don't mind if every now and then I break into a song and dance routine. That is going to happen in a while from now. And to the students who have made their way on to this round, congratulations to all of you. All of you have a sheet of paper? Cool. So this is what I call the de-glamorous part of the round. It's a 25-question elimination round. You don't have to write the questions, of course. The entire quiz is digitized, meaning questions would appear on the screen behind me. And feel free to take educated guesses. No negatives at all. So all the best to all of you. Here we go. Let's roll on to the first question, please. All right, first one to start with. I'm looking for the origin of a phrase. So the answer would be the origin of the phrase. The phrase originates from yachting in 1949 to describe a race in which shipbuilders were allowed to enter as many different models of yachts into the race as they manufactured. What the heck? Let me make it simple, absolutely simple. So basically, I'm looking for an expression, a phrase. Now, the interesting part of the phrase is, though it is very commonly spoken these days, but it had its origin from sailing or yachting, to be more specific. So in yachting, what used to happen was the manufacturers of the yachts, they were told you can submit as many yachts into the race as possible, but all yachts, each one of them, have to be different, unique. So think about the uniqueness concept. Each yacht had to be unique. Hence, the origin of the phrase. Now, these days, what is the relevance of this with today's youth? Because in internet chat rooms and all, this has gained a lot of popularity and traction. So what phrase? This is one of a kind. So many clues were given. Like each one of them have to be unique. So it's one of a kind. You cannot replicate or duplicate it. One of a kind, or OOAK. Moving on to the next one. Let's roll on to question number 2, please, on screen. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Just put on your lateral thinking caps right now. So this is a comic strip. There is a reason why that comic strip looks like that. So this is Inedible India, a comic strip making fun or trying to describe what? One word answer or maximum 2 words. I'm looking for a very specific answer. This is the Delhi smog. Unfortunately, these days, Delhi is being in the news for all the wrong reasons. The Delhi smog. All right, good to go to the next one. Question number 3. Here it comes on the screen. In business parlance, in colloquial terms, what does a 3 comma club mean? So if somebody tells you that in the future you are going to get admittance to a 3 comma club, you should be really, really happy then. So what does a 3 comma club mean? Take a guess, take a guess. 3 comma club. Take a guess, Atul. Want to take a guess? You are already there, possibly. 3 comma club. Yes, absolutely, $1 billion. So if you write $1 billion, let's go to the answer, please. See, that is how you write 1 billion. There are 3 commas. So it's known as a 3 comma club, $1 billion. Moving on, question number 4. Here it comes. So I'm looking for the name of a very famous city, or authorities trying to rename it as Sambhaji Nagar. Now there's a reason behind it. Sambhaji Nagar, the reason that the municipality of that city tells us is that the older name of the city was upon a famous king, and he could not defeat Sambhaji's father. Hence, the older name should be changed to Sambhaji Nagar. I see a couple of hands. Please pass on the microphone to this guy here. What do you think is the correct answer to this one?
Aurangabad.
Absolutely. Phenomenal answer. Let's clap for him. So Aurangzeb could never defeat Shivaji. Hence the earlier name of Aurangabad. There are many people who are trying to change it to Sambhaji Nagar. And I've given you all the explanation. Moving on. Question number 5. So there's this town, small coastal town in Nagapattinam called Vedaranayam, which is in 1930 saw the start of a particular protest. So the more famous event, equivalent event, was happening in Western India. What? What event? Dandi Salt March. The essence to this answer is Dandi. As long as the word Dandi is there, full points. Moving on to question number 6. All right, this is one of my favorite questions of today. There were 2 Indians who were trained for a particular mission, right? The reason why 2 Indians were trained was because just in case the first one fails, the second one would be utilized. The second Indian is photographed here. His name is Ravish Malhotra. So who was the first Indian? They were part of a very important mission. The answer is Rakesh Sharma. Moving on, question number 7. I'm looking for the name of a particular region in India. According to various estimates, One Sir Peter Maxwell, former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court from 1867 to 1871. The former name of this place was called Pulan Hantuman, which comes from Lord Hanuman, Pulan Hantuman. And the newer name, or the name that we now know, is very similar sounding to that. Hantuman, Hanuman. So think. Another Italian traveler, Niccolo di Conti, said that the name means the island of gold. Which Indian region? Andaman. Hanuman se Andaman. So the word Andaman actually, though it sounds very anglicized, but in a sense it comes from Hanuman. Hanuman se Andaman. Okay? Moving on. Question 8. The project's goal is to collect about 8 tons of metal, which will be recycled down to about 2 tons. So 8 tons of all kinds of, electronic waste and all of that. In fact, in Japan, collection boxes have been kept at NTT Docomo stores. So all the Japanese, if they want, they go to these NTT Docomo stores and deposit their older mobile phones, pagers, iPads, all other likewise devices. And those devices will be collected. They would be recycled. They are looking to get about 8 tons of recycled waste, which they are going to then crush it down to about 2 tons. My simple question is, so I'm talking about Japan. What is going to be the ultimate usage of these e-waste? Let's have a look at the answer on screen. Moving on, question number 9. All right, this is about a certain individual called Rameshwar Nath Kao. From doing various things, once he was sent to meet Mujibur Rahman, the Bangladeshi patriarch, and he helped arm the Mukti Bahini for the War of Independence in 1971. So he went there to tell the then chief that your life is in danger. Be careful. And to that, Mr. Rahman said, these people are my children. They will never do any harm to me. Please do not worry. That was Mr. Mujibur Rahman's reply to Mr. Kao. Now, cutting the long story short, a very important organization back home was formed by Mr. Kao. Which organization? Research and Analysis Wing, RAW, or R&AW to be more precise. Moving on to question number 10. Photographed here is an interesting place of the Pennar River called Gandikota. It is in Andhra Pradesh. Now, looking at the geographical landscape, this is also known as the Dash of India, the Grand Canyon. Moving on. All right, before we move on, I must tell you another important bit about this part of the quiz. Question number 10 through 20 are the star mark questions, which in effect means if there is a tiebreaker for the 6th spot, teams who have more correct entries on the star mark questions, they automatically qualify. So make sure you pay important attention to the star mark questions. Moving on to question 11 now, the second tiebreaker question. All right, so this is a Da Vinci painting from 1500 called Salvator Mundi, which was sold for a whopping, believe it or not, $450 something million. Do your mathematics. 450 million, making it the most prized painting ever in the world. My simple question is, it was sold to Prince Abdullah bin Muhammad on behalf of UAE Department of Culture and Tourism. In which museum will it be displayed? Let's have a look at the answer though on screen. That is how it looks. Moving on, question number 12. Now, what tree first planted in 1865 by one Mr. William Wolfskill, a farmer using seeds he imported from Australia, are said to be one of the primary causes for the California forest fires? They have a flammable sap, and most importantly, they serve as the primary food source for koala bears. So koalas, they love eating the leaves of this tree. Which tree? Let's go straight to the answer. Eucalyptus. Good to go to the next one. Question 13 now. Jackson Singh originally hails from Manipur, who plays as a midfielder for the Indian Arrows on loan from Kerala Blasters in the Indian Super League Football League. My question is, in October 2017, which is October last year, he became the first Indian to achieve a unique feat. What feat did he achieve in October 2017? The first Indian to score a goal in a World Cup. All right, moving on. Question 14, up on screen. All of you know about the construction of the Ram Setu in mythology. Question pertains to that. Hanuman was sent to various mountains to collect rocks for building this Setu. Now he went to various places. One fine day he arrives at a particular hill and requests the hill that Lord Rama wants this entire hill and wanted his help so that he could move the mountain. Now they started moving, but as they did that, news reached Hanuman that the construction of the Setu is already completed. Hence, the mountain is no longer required. So the mountain got very upset, saying that, yeah, alas, I could not serve Rama, which I really wanted to. I wanted to give my services to Lord Ram. So when Hanuman went back to Ram and narrated the story that the mountain is really lamenting, is unhappy, he wanted to help, but he could not. So then Lord Rama said, he was moved after hearing this story. So he said, doesn't matter, I'm going to take the assistance of this mountain in the next yug. What is the name of the mountain? Let's have a look at the answer on screen. Mount Govardhan or Govardhan Parvat. All of you must have heard of the Chappan Bhog, right? So the origin of Chappan Bhog actually also comes from this episode of lifting the Govardhan Parvat. Moving on to question 15 now. Emma Watson's dress from 2017, which was used in a fantasy movie. So that is your second clue rather. Emma Watson was the lead actress of the movie. The second clue is it was a fantasy movie, 2017. So this piece of clothing was embroidered by artisan brothers Kasam and Juma from Bhuj in Gujarat. They employed a technique called the Ari work. Which movie? This is indeed Beauty and the Beast. Moving on to question 16 rather now. So question from food. Having roots in Mughlai cuisine, the name of this dish is derived from Urdu, meaning braise. So you don't have to actually read further. Just try and translate braise to Urdu or nearby Hindi and you will have the right answer. Classically, it is used to define a dish where meat or vegetables are braised with yogurt or cream. Of the dish, this is the korma. The korma. Moving on to question number 17 now. There's this concept of a demonstration sport, which is used both at the Asiad as well as in Olympics. These pictures are taken from the recently concluded Asiad. So what is the name of the sport? Let's have a look at the answer. Canoe polo. Moving on. Question number 18 now. Right, this is about UNESCO designated World Heritage Sites. Talking about the Southeast Asian part of our continent, there are about 38 UNESCO designated World Heritage Sites. Out of them, Indonesia and Vietnam lead the list with 8 UNESCO Heritage List sites each. 8 each, all right? Which Southeast Asian country's sole UNESCO World Heritage Site is a botanical garden, the first and the only tropical botanical garden in the list? This is Singapore, indeed Singapore. Moving on to question number 19 now. The question pertains to Kashmiriyat and Kashmiri architecture in particular. There is something called the Gautam Bose. Gautam Bose is a very unique piece of architectural splendor, if I put it that way. Now, it is a specialized art of fitting small pieces of polygonal wood into each other. So it's just like a jigsaw puzzle. Woods, they are interconnected and used. This is used during house building. My question is, in what part of the house is the Gautam Bose used? Let's have a look at the answer though. And not only the ceilings of the permanent pakka houses, but even the houseboats also use this piece of architecture. Wonderful looking ceilings. All right, good to go to the next question. Question number 20. Cristiano Ronaldo recently overtook Selena Gomez as the most followed user on Instagram. Now, 8 of the top 10 Instagram followers actually are Americans from the US. My question is, in the top 10 list, apart from Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the only other non-American on the list? And the other non-American is also a player. Here it comes, Neymar. And so question 20 was the last of the star mark question. I'm looking for the name of this creature found on the islands across the Indian Ocean. It is the largest land-living arthropod in the world. In the 80s, German biologist Holger Rumpf studied it and observed how it would climb up the trees to fetch a certain object. Now, mind you, you can work out the answer. The naming of this creature comes from the fact that it can very conveniently climb up a tree to actually extract something, to take down something, hence the name of the creature. What is the name of this species of crab? Let's have a look at the answer. And that is what the coconut crab does. Climbs up on tall coconut trees, grabs the coconut, comes down. Moving on, question 22. Easy one. Who became the latest Indian entrant in this elite list? ICC Hall of Fame, indeed, Rahul Dravid. All right, moving on. Question number 23 now on screen. Endemic to the Indian subcontinent, it is the largest species of antelope. And the word is derived from the fusion of 2 Hindi words. It's a compound word. 2 Hindi words fused together to give the name of this large antelope. Not only large, it's the largest. What is its name? Each year you answer some definitely. What's your answer? Nilgai is absolutely right. Let's clap for him. Well answered. Moving on to question 24 now. The penultimate question. After winning the gold medal in men's freestyle 65 kgs at the recently concluded Asian Games, this freestyle wrestler from Haryana is currently the #1 in the world in his category. What is his name? Let's have a look at the answer. Bajrang Punia. And we have very quickly reached the last question of the elimination round. Here it comes on your screen. All right, you have to give me the name of an e-commerce site. It is one of the largest e-commerce sites, both in terms of customer base and revenue earned. They have recently come up with this artificial intelligence powered chatbot called Ask Disha. Which e-commerce site? This is IRCTC. Ladies and gentlemen, so these were the 25 odd questions that I asked in the prelims. Based on the scores you get, top 6 teams would qualify for the on-stage finale. Ladies and gentlemen, as I call upon the names of the 6 finalists, it's a very simple drill for the rest of you. You'll have to clap the loudest so that all of us can hear it. Please clap first for the Army Public School, Bengaluru. They are going to join us on stage as the first team. Traditionally a very, very strong team, and if I'm not mistaken, then they have won InspiriaQ in the past on many occasions. Team 1 would be to my far left. Come on quickly up onto the stage and join us as team number 1. Neighboring them would be the SHMD school. Let's welcome Yash, Mohammed, Ashad, Tarun and Abhi up on stage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us as team number 3 would be the BSF school, BSF Kadamtala. And it's represented by Aditi Pandey, Rahul Orchishman and Harsh Agrawal. To my near right would be team number 4, and this time, ladies and gentlemen, join your hands in clapping the team from Holy Cross School, Sikkim. The Holy Cross School, Tarong, Sikkim. So you're going to join us on table number 4, which is to my far right. Yes. Team number 5 is the team from St. Joseph School. Let's welcome them up on stage. St. Joseph School, please make your way onto the stage. Join us on stage as team number 5. Welcome. And from 10,000 odd students, we are down to the last team. One final time, please join your hands in clapping for team number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, is going to be, I'm told they are the winners from last year, GD Goenka. Please welcome them on stage. GD Goenka School. So ladies and gentlemen, please clap for all the 6 teams who have made their way onto the stage. Well done. Top 6 teams of InspiriaQ 2018. But for the rest of the folks, not to worry. There's going to be enough number of questions for the audience as well, and it's going to be a fun quiz, I can assure you that. Straight on, let's go to the finale round. I'm going to tell you about the different rounds right away. All right, so what you see in front of you and behind you on the 2 screens are the rounds that we are going to do today. As promised, some of the rounds presumably and possibly you haven't seen before because we kind of invented them almost. But to start off with, let's go to a round which I call the launch pad. Launch pad, simple rules of this round. 12 questions is what I have. We are going to start in a clockwise direction, starting with team 1 and going towards team 6. Questions do pass to my scorer, plus 10 points for each correct answer, and there is absolutely no negative marking. All the best to all the 6 teams. First question, team number 1, here it comes. Noted for his important developments in astronomy, this French astronomer devised a 5-point scale called the Dagnon scale. I'm going to simplify the question. The question essentially is, what does the Dagnon scale measure? I'm talking about astronomy. It is represented by the value or by giving the value of L.
The answer is angular momentum.
I love the build up to your answer. You sounded almost very confident. Unfortunately, that ain't the right answer. Passing that on to team 2.
Brightness of stars.
Brightness of stars. Passing that to team 3.
Intensity of celestial bodies, any planet, stars.
Moving on to team number 4.
Intensity of the sun. Light intensity of the sun.
Moving that to team 5.
Intensity of the constellations.
Intensity of the moon, like how bright it is.
Intensity of the moon. By intensity you mean the luminosity of the moon.
How bright.
Could you be more specific? A little more specific. You are almost there.
During lunar eclipse.
Absolutely. What a wonderful answer. Give me 5. Come on, give me 5. Wonderful answer. The luminosity of the moon, not the stars and any other celestial body. Next question is a direct for team 2. Here it comes. Part of an attire. Looks like a necktie, but it isn't exactly a necktie. What is this piece of clothing called? A forerunner to the modern day tailored necktie. This is essentially a short white strip of fabric worn by men around the neck and tucked inside an open neck shirt. Now, the name has an interesting origin. Somebody mispronounced the name of the country, Croatia, and that is from where the name of this piece of clothing comes about. What is this piece of clothing called? One word answer. The girl is waiting with the right answer, hopefully. Give it a try. Quick try. One word answer. I'm going to help you out. The answer begins with the alphabet. I'm not going to say. Yes, passing that.
Croat.
Croat. No, that's not the right answer. But you're thinking on the right tracks.
Croatia.
From Croatia to Croatia. No.
Crotai.
Crotai. All inventive thinking. No. To team 6.
Crochet.
Crochet. No. To team 1. Take a try. No. All right. So, for the first time in the finale round, coming back to the audience. Cravat. The girls from Loreto say the answer is a cravat. C-R-A-V-A-T. Now, how could somebody mispronounce Croatia into cravat? I have no clue, but the girls are absolutely right. That indeed is the cravat. Well answered. Moving on to question number 3 now, which is a direct for team 3. Here it comes on your screen. I'm talking about a particular test match that happened at Johannesburg between New Zealand and South Africa on 1000. Now, it has a unique distinction that brought fame to somebody called Chris Scott and his associates who won the Man of the Match award. In what way was this unique? In what way was the Man of the Match award unique?
It is given like Chris Scott and his associates.
Right.
Usually only a person wins Man of the Match.
Again, nice build up to the answer. Now come to the brass tacks. What is the answer?
Like many people won this award. Like in a match, more than one person won the Man of the Match award.
Okay, so your answer primarily is the man of the match was won by more than one person, hence it is unique. You may or may not be correct. I'm looking for something more specific. Moving on to team 4.
Pass.
Please do not pass. I urge you not to. Please do not pass. They said something. Try and build up on it. Can't give you that much time. I've been lenient enough. Moving that to team 5.
So it was the first time that the New Zealand team did the haka dance.
Oh, the first instance of the haka dance, no?
Since it's rain-affected match, the Chris Scott was the stadium official. Means he looked after the stadium.
Be more specific. He served food.
Huh?
He served food.
No, he actually.
The curator of the stadium. They have picked that beautifully well. 10 points to team number 6. 10 points. Moving now to the next question, which is going to be for team 4. In which branded apparel store will you find the sportswear brand called Live Fit and menswear brand called Sanskar?
It's Patanjali.
It is Patanjali is what you say. Passing that to team 5.
Patanjali Fashion.
Patanjali Fashion, no? Moving that to team 6.
Shiv Naresh.
Shiv Naresh, no? Off track. To team 1.
Padeshi Patanjali Clothing.
Moving that to team 2.
Patanjali Ayurveds.
Patanjali Ayurved, no? What has Ayurved got to do with clothing? To team 3.
Patanjali clothing lineup, maybe.
Clothing lineup, no? So the first team to say Patanjali was team 4. Please give them 5 points. For him, this is Patanjali Paridhan. Next question, moving on. Question 5. That is to team 5. Team 5, here is your question. Launched by the Ministry of Science and Technology recently, there is something called WAYU. Okay, WAYU, which is an abbreviation. These are devices that are equipped with ultraviolet lamps and help kilogram and half kilogram of activated carbon coated with titanium dioxide. It has been installed across Delhi. Why?
This machine is basically to purify the air.
Fair enough, 10 points. Purify air. Please do clap for team 5. They were absolutely right. Good answer. Next one is for team 6. So I'm talking about a certain project of Google called Google Dragonfly. Simple question. What is the project all about? Answer.
Search engine for China.
Censored search engine for China. Well answered. Let's clap for them. So the first 6 questions are over. We are going to continue with the same format for the next 6 questions. Team 1, get ready. Next question is your direct. I'm talking about something called work, which is alternatively spelled and pronounced as Warak. W-A-R-A-Q. Either Warak or Work. Now these are essentially silver foil sheets, which is considered antimicrobial astringent. They basically are astringent. The moment they come in contact with human skin, they tend to melt away. Right? Now Hyderabad was the manufacturing hub of work. The question is, what is the usage of work? What for is work used?
Work is used in sweets, means it is a type of silver coating over the sweets.
So they are absolutely right. Wonderful answer. Let's hear it for them. Work is essentially the coating either on sweets or also used as a coating for pan. The question is for team number 2. Team number 2, look sharp and hopefully you'll give out the right answer. Edmund Bellamy is a fictional character whose portrait was recently auctioned at the Christie's for a whopping sum of $432,500, which is a huge sum. Now, the interesting bit is, if you look carefully at the picture, at the painting rather, there is a signature. My simple question is, why is this painting unique? Why was it sold for such a huge sum of money? $432,000 odd. Edmund Bellamy, the fictional character, he being painted. What is unique about this painting? The signature. Every artist, generally, I mean, barring a few, every artist would like to sign his or her work. So there is a signature here as well, in the form of an equation. So why is this painting unique? Answering team 2, have to pass on to team 3.
It's the signature is in Braille.
The signature is in Braille. So how then the painting becomes unique? then the signature would become unique, right?
First ever signature in Braille.
No, not the correct answer that I'm looking for. Moving that to team 4.
The signature is the binomial theorem.
And so why is that unique?
So it was
Many of us would know about binomial theorem.
For the first time it was shown to the world.
No. Think about the painting. The question is, why is the painting unique, not why is the signature unique?
The equation is something of that substance which you keep on the painting and it becomes more clear or something like that.
So you keep the painting and it self-betters.
Yeah.
It becomes better with time by itself. No. No. But lovely concept though.
It was signed by Stephen Hawking.
Sorry?
It was signed by Stephen Hawking.
So why is then, he might have signed so many artifacts. Why is only this one unique?
Maybe he painted it.
Okay. You are almost dismissive about your own answer. So what? He painted it? No. Moving that to team 1.
The painting was done by a blind person.
Okay. So why would it be then very unique?
Because the distinct features of the painting is not present. It's not quite.
Unfortunately, I haven't got the right answer to this one. It's a very, very nice piece of funda. Anybody in the audience, people who are not Googling? The girls really seem to be very smart. Okay, girls, take a try. The girls say this was the first painting which was not done by a human being. It was painted by artificial intelligence or deploying artificial intelligence. What a wonderful answer. What a wonderful answer. Artificial intelligence, the equation was actually the algorithm which was used to get that painting done. All right. To the other teams, next question is for team number 3. Here it comes. The first run scored by any cricketer for that matter is generally very special. In the 141 years of cricket history, of test cricket history, only 12 batsmen have begun their career with a 6. The most recent happened in 2018 at Trent Bridge. Who scored or began his innings with a 6er?
Rishabh Pant.
Rishabh Pant, 10 points. Well answered. Easy one. That is Rishabh Pant. 10 points to team 3, by the way. Moving now to the right of the stage, to team number 4. Here comes your question. All right. Lot of clues. Read carefully. In an effort to bring relief to the poor who generally cannot afford the 20 rupees variant of this. So this is a new government scheme which has come about. They procure something under the Pran Dhara scheme. People who cannot afford the 20 rupee variant of it, the West Bengal government have installed something which dispenses the same thing on a 2 rupee level. So for 2 rupee pouches, they are selling it. So what are these machines used for?
So they give milk instead of that money.
So basically, it dispenses Pran Dhara scheme. Under that scheme, the machines dispense milk. No. Passing that to team 5.
They dispense water.
So what are they called? What are these machines called?
I have no idea.
Fair enough. Water ATMs. So these are called water ATMs that dispenses pouched water for 2 rupees instead of the 20 or the 10 rupee bottle variant. Please do clap for them, please. 10 points for team number 5, water ATMs. All right. Next question is for team 5. Here it comes. Okay. Good one. Very good one, in fact. So, I'm talking about a writer who is a screenplay writer, a famous one at that, Ted Elliott. Recently, he gave an interview saying that the character he wrote was actually in part, a large part, inspired by Lord Krishna. And he went on to say, so he has said this himself. This is not straight from the horse's mouth. So there is no conjecture here. Ted Elliott, who created the character, says that this character was in fact inspired from Hindu mythology and Lord Krishna. And he goes on to say that there are many character trait similarities. So one dies when an arrow is shot on the foot, the other dies, so on and so forth. I'm not going to say much. Which character?
Is it Achilles?
No. Moving that, you'll be surprised when you hear the answer.
Percy Jackson.
Sorry?
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson. No, that ain't the answer. Moving that to team 1.
Peter Pan.
It's not Peter Pan. I haven't got the right answer yet.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Absolutely, that is Jack Sparrow. Absolutely wonderful answer, Jack Sparrow. And look at that poster where Jack Sparrow is actually looking resplendent in the Krishna avatar. This is Ted Elliott. So many of you might find it surprising and may have thought that I'm making up this story. But this is Ted Elliott himself saying this. That's team number 2. Last question of this round is a direct for team number 6. Here it comes. Last question of the round. Lateral thinking, not required. Straightforward question. The concept of such a license, so the answer would be a license, is an offshoot of the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulations 1873, which essentially protected the Crown's interests. And as a matter of routine, it is issued to tourists. What kind of a license am I talking about? Nowadays issued, the official line is to protect tribal cultures.
License to interact with the tribal people.
I'm looking for the actual name of the license. So what license am I talking about? No? Alright, passing that to team 1. Please do not pass. You're very close to one of the northeast states, in fact. So, hopefully it would be up your alley. No? Passing that to team 2. What kind of a license are we talking about?
License to enter forest and use forest resources.
No?
Inner line permit.
Absolutely, the ILP, the inner line permit. You need those if you have to travel to any of the 7 sister states. Not all, but most of them. The inner line permits or the ILP. 10 full points to team number 3. Wonderful answering there. Ladies and gentlemen, at the close of the first round, it's a good time to have a look at the scores. And team number 6, please do clap for all of them. Team 6 leading with 30 points at the close of the first round, but it's very, very early days. There's a lot of quizzing to go. Let's quickly zoom into the rounds again. Now comes the interesting bit of the finale rounds. Next round is called recorded. Simple, straightforward round. So the questions are going to be from, well, they are video questions, could be from any subject, but those are primarily video questions. Scoring, 10 points, simple enough scoring, 10 points for a direct answer, 10 points on the rebound, no negatives at all. Clear? This time we are going to start with team 6 and go towards team 1. Your first question. Let's go to the first question, please. What is the name given to this fish migration? It is very unique. Look at the migration. There's something happening with the fishes. What is this mad rush of the specific breed of fish called? To team 1?
Lateral migration.
Lateral migration, no. All right, this is called the sardine run. This is called the sardine run. Let's have a look at the answer, please. Nobody getting any points on this one. Team number 5, if you are ready, here comes your direct question on the screen. All right, a wonderful song being sung by 2 people, both of them are famous. One is Rajdeep Sardesai, the journalist. Who's the other person singing? So play.
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be. And though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be, let it be.
So you have to give me the name of the person who is actually singing.
That is Conrad Sangma, CM of Meghalaya.
Wonderful. Full 10 points. That is indeed Conrad Sangma. Moving on now to team number 4 for their direct question. Here it comes. All right, this is from the world of advertisement. Somebody advertising Chrysler cars. Basically, he is advertising a particular insurance policy from Chrysler. So, who is the model? Give me the name of the model. Play.
Available from any car maker in America. The new Chrysler 550 Protection Plan. It protects you from unexpected repair bills for 5 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first. Ask your Dodge or Chrysler Plymouth dealer about the Chrysler 550 Protection Plan. It protects you longer than any other American car maker's plan.
Who is endorsing the Chrysler ad?
Neil Armstrong.
Who?
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong. The answer of the day, 10 points. What an answer! What an answer! Neil Armstrong it is. So now it's for team 3. Here it comes. You have to give me the name of this UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are a lot of audio clues. Just give me the name of what you see. Play.
Just a few minutes from Patan, it's a mystery world that goes 27 meters beneath the earth. It's a step well that stands proudly since the 11th century AD.
Rani Ki Bhav.
Absolutely, Rani Ki Bhav. Team number 2, this is your question. Formerly a palace for kings like Rama I, right up till Rama the 5th, and home to the temple of the Emerald Buddha. In which city will you find this grand palace? I need the name of the city in which you will find this grand palace. Lot of clues, play. Answer. Name of the city.
Bangkok.
Absolutely, that is Bangkok. Well answered. Let's have a look at the answer. Bangkok. Please do clap for them. Please do clap for them. 10 points to team 6. The scores. Oh, very quick. Whoa. Whopping lead for team 6 on 60 points right now. Now, the next few rounds are going to be very interesting. There are some direct rounds, but some other rounds which are absolutely interesting. Next one, I call it Just Listed. Let me give you a quick verbal demo. So let's say if my question is names of films in which Shah Rukh's character was called Raj, or names of films of Amitabh Bachchan where his character name was called Vijay. So there would be names of 8 films. 5 of them would be correct. So 5 would be correct. 3 would be wrong. Scoring pattern to my scorer. Here is where the interesting part comes in. With each correct identification, you will get 5 points. Which means, if you can identify all the 5, you get 25. 5 into 5, 25. That is not where it ends. If you indeed get a full house, I give you a bonus 5 as well. Which means a maximum of 30 points to be scored on each question. Now the downside. Your gameplay stops the moment you give me a wrong answer. So at the lower end, you could either get a 0, or at the higher end, you could get a plus 30. Understood, all of you? And obviously, the round or the questions do not pass. 1 question to each team. 1 minute is a long enough time. More so when you don't know the answer. It seems to be a very long time. So this time, since the direction of the round is inconsequential because questions do not pass, probably I'll start with team 1. Why not? Okay, team 1, if you are ready, first the timer would start. First question to team 1. Here it comes on your screen. And your clock has started. Tech companies that started in a garage. Tech companies that started in a garage. Your options are Oracle, Amazon, HP, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, eBay. Start answering. You are down by 14 seconds. Start answering. You don't have to answer all at once. Start answering. What is your first option?
Apple.
Apple. Let's start with Apple. If you're right, it turns green. 5 points. Go on. Apple is correct.
Hewlett-Packard.
HP, Hewlett-Packard is correct. 10 points.
Amazon.
Amazon. Next is Amazon. 15 points. 2 more to go. A lot of time left.
Google.
Next is Google, you say. 20 points. Only 1 to go. Only 1 to go.
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Let's click Microsoft. Full house. Full house. Full house. 30 points. 30 points to team number 1. And hold on. They completed that in about 42 seconds. just to tell our audience that I'm not bluffing and to tell you that the other 3 answers were actually incorrect, I'm going to display that to you. Please click the other 3 options. Oracle was wrong. It turns red. Facebook was wrong. eBay was wrong. Let's clap for team number 1 once again, please. Full 30 points. All right. Now, team 2, I hope you've got the hang of things. Next one is going to be, hold on. Next question is Chinese movies released in 1932. Of course, I'm joking. Team 2, if you are ready, here comes your question on the screen. And start the timer. Indian states and their official state animals. Fishing cat is for West Bengal. Bihar has... Oh, you have started.
Asiatic lion, Gujarat.
Gujarat. Let's start with Gujarat. Asiatic lion. 5 points.
One horn rhinoceros.
Be louder.
One horn rhinoceros, Assam.
Assam, one horn rhinoceros is correct. 10 points.
Bihar, wild water buffalo.
Bihar. Next is Bihar. Wild water buffalo. Option... No. You took about 28 seconds. Stop. All right. But do clap for them. They picked 10 points. We are running a little late, so I'm not going to pass that on to the audience. Please do click the other options, Gaurav, to tell our audience which were the right options. I thought you should be knowing about West Bengal, the state we live in, right? Fishing cat. All right, so those were the right and the wrong options. 10 points is what you picked, team 2. Indian sportswomen who have won the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna. Start answering. Deepa Karmakar, Mithali Raj, PV Sindhu, Pankaj Advani, Mary Kom, Geeta Phogat, K. Maleshwari, Tanya Sachdev. Start answering. Bad strategy, team 5. You're down by 25 seconds. Karna Maleshwari, K. Maleshwari. Let's start with K. Maleshwari, 5 points. Go on.
Mary Kom.
Mary Kom, option 5, 10 points.
PV Sindhu.
PV Sindhu, 15 points. 2 more to go.
Mithali Raj.
Mithali Raj. They don't sound confident because it is wrong. So 15 points. Please do clap for them now. 15 points. So next round, I call it the fast and the curious. Look at the spelling. The fast and the curious. You'll have to be really, really fast and hopefully curious as well. Here are the rules of the game. Questions do not pass. It's a round on the buzzer. The fastest team on the buzzer would be asked to answer. Please do not twitch with your buzzer buttons just yet. We'll have a test in a while. 10 points for a correct answer. If you press the buzzer the fastest, give me a wrong answer. Better luck for the next team. All right, because you got a minus 10. So plus 10, minus 10, that's about it. And we have about 8 questions in this round. This is going to be rapid and hopefully many teams will get a lot of points. Teams, if you're ready, your fingers should be on your buzzer buttons. First question of this round coming up on the screen now. Born in Dhule district of Maharashtra. Yes, team number 6 answer. I'm not going to complete the question.
Statue of Unity.
10 points. Statue of Unity is correct. That's the right answer. Next question. Here it comes on the screen. Next question. Suparco or the space. Please reset the buzzer. Oh, team 6, they have gone for the buzzer again. All right. I'll grant that to team number 5. Answer.
Pakistan.
Pakistan is the correct answer. 10 points. Well answered. Reset the buzzer. Next question. Here it comes. The upcoming Bollywood movie Zero marks the film appearance of an actress whose last movie? Quick answer, team 3.
Devi.
Sorry?
Sri Devi.
Sri Devi is the right answer. 10 points to team 3. Sri Devi. Reset the buzzer. Next question. Here it comes on the screen. On August 16, 2018, Google honored somebody called Ebsna. Yes, team number 4. Answer. Sorry? Monopoly is the incorrect answer. Minus 10 points. I was looking for football. Minus 10 to team number 4. Reset the buzzer. Next question. Question number 5. Here it comes. What leaves are shown on the state emblem of Bihar? The significance of these leaves is for something which began. Yes, team number 3. Answer.
It's the Bodhi tree.
It is the Bodhi tree. 10 points to team number 3. The Bodhi tree. Next question. Here it comes. 10 points to team 3, by the way. Next question on the screen, please. What is the name of this upcoming action film, which is a spin-off from the Fast and the Furious? Think about the names of those two gentlemen in the movie. So what is the name of the movie? Come on, people. I'm sure you have seen the movie, at least in bits and pieces. I'm going to close that. The answer to this question is, here it comes, Hobbs and Shaw. Next question, here it comes. Question number 7. Calibri was a font designed. Yes, team number 6, answer. Nawaz Sharif is the right answer. 10 points to team 6. Last question of this round. Here it comes on the screen. All right, in 2017, Apple announced 3 new models, naming it iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, and then went to iPhone 10. Why did they skip iPhone 9? Yes? On the microphone, please don't be lazy. On the microphone.
It was the 10th anniversary of the launch of Apple iPhone.
It was the 10th anniversary of the launch of the iPhone, so there was no iPhone 9 from 8 directly to iPhone 10. Wonderful answer, 10 point, and that about does it for the buzzer rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, please do clap for all the teams. Many teams picked up some wonderful points. Oh, that was really quick, and it had a lot of things for me to be done, but well answered. Specifically team 6, they got some points. Team 3 got some points. Ladies and gentlemen, team 6, they have hit a century. 100 points is what they're on, but the other teams are also not too far behind. Team 4, you need to buckle up, which I call the news stand. All right, so why the name of this round, news stand? News stand, the questions are a lot simpler than the previous few rounds. This round will have questions which is currently as a headline story or in the news. So you will see about 8 to 9 different options appear. The options are very, very specific. It could be like the dress of so-and-so. Based on your comfort level, you can choose the option. But the disclaimer is the questions are really simple. We are going to start. Give me the name of the team which is at the lowest place as of now. Lowest score as of now. Team 4. Team 4, we are going to start off with you. You have a first crack at choosing the subject.
Sir, latest technology.
Latest technology. They wish to go for latest technology. Questions do not pass. Latest technology. Now you'll have to tell me whether you want to play it with options or without options. No negatives, with options.
Without options.
Without options, okay. Team number 4. Researchers at IIT Madras recently designed and booted up India's first indigenous family of microprocessors, after which Indian goddess did they name it?
It's Saraswati.
Saraswati is your answer. Good thing is there are no negatives, but whether you get a plus 10 or not, let's have a look at the answer on screen. Let's go to the answer, please. Shakti. I'm afraid you don't get any points. All right, let's go back to the grid. Next, lower team. On points is what I mean. Team number 2. Next is your choice. Except for latest technology, you can choose from the remaining 8.
Books and
book titles. Let's go with book titles. And you have to tell me quickly, you want to go with options or without options?
With options.
With options. Okay, here we go, with options. Here is your question. The foreword of this book was written by Oscar-winning actor Eddie Redmayne, and who portrayed the author in a 2014 film whose latest book. It's called Brief Answers to the Big Questions. Was it written by Stephen Hawking, Steve Jobs, or Peter Higgs?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. All right, let's click Stephen Hawking. If you're right, you get 5 points. Stephen Hawking. They said Stephen Hawking. You are absolutely right. 5 points. You get 5 points. Let's go back to the grid. Next team in line. Who's the next team in line? Team number 1. Team number 1, please choose.
Cricket records.
Cricket records. Always a good topic to choose. Hope you play it without the options though. Tell me, with the options or without the options?
With options.
With options. Again, playing it safe. Let's go with options. All right. If Deandra Doughton of the West Indian team was the first woman cricketer to achieve a certain feat in 2010, then who became the first woman cricketer from India to achieve that equivalent feat in the ongoing T20 World Cup? Is it Mithali Raj, Harmanpreet Kaur, or Smriti Mandhana?
Harmanpreet Kaur.
And what's the record that we are talking about?
She had registered the first T20I century for an Indian woman.
First Indian woman to score a century in a T20 match. Wonderful answer. 5 points is what we'll give you for that. Harmanpreet Kaur. Let's go back. Which is the next team? Team 5. Team 5 is this side. Team 5 choose.
World politics.
World politics. One of my favorite subjects. World politics. With options, without options?
Without options.
Without options. You sound very, very confident with the topic. All right, here we go. Without options. In the recently held presidential elections of this country, Ibrahim Mohamed Solih won the surprise victory, defeating the incumbent Abdullah Yameen. Solih is due to assume office on the 17th of November this year. Which country? Easy one.
Maldives.
Maldives, absolutely. Plus 10 points. Maldives it is. Let's go back to the grade. And there's a lot of things that possibly we can discuss on this. Who's pro-Chinese, who's pro-Indian, etc. All right. Next up, which team? Team number 3. Choose. Wells. Might be difficult. Let's see. Or might not be.
With options.
With options. Good choice. Let's go with options. Garnering a lot of social media attention this year, who along with Bill Gates dressed up as King Arthur and Merlin to celebrate Halloween?
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. Good answer. 5 points. Let's take Warren Buffett. 5 points. Good answer. Let's go back to the grade. Next is which team? Team 6, the last team in line.
Pop culture.
Sorry?
Pop culture.
Pop culture. All right, let's see what do we have in store for you. Pop culture. With options, without
options.
With options. Somebody is in news for something. Let's go to the with options. With options. Yeah, but he's not the question. Read the question carefully. It is about Stanley though. Stanley had the habit of making cameo appearances in his movies, comic books, video games, etc. But which was the first ever comic book where he made a cameo appearance for the first time? Was it for Iron Man? Was it for Spider-Man? Was it for the Fantastic Four?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I'm afraid, is incorrect. And the right answer is between Iron Man and the Fantastic Four. Want to take another try? Yes, that's the right answer. Fantastic Four number 10. The actual book title was The Fantastic Four number 10. So they didn't get any points. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the close of this round. So once again, as customary, please do applaud the efforts of all the teams. So let's see who are the top 3 teams in contention as of now. All right, Team 6 still leading with 100 points, but Team 3 have moved up to 80 points. Team 5 with 65 points. So there is still some fight left for the second and the third spot. Team 6 looks pretty comfortable on 100 points. Right, 6 questions. Questions do pass. No gimmicks. Straightforward, direct questions. 10 points if you get it right. No negatives, as I said. And questions do pass. So last time I started with Team 6, right? So this time we are going to start with Team 1 and go towards Team 6. All general questions. Ladies and gentlemen, the last round of InspiriaQ 2018, I call it pretty appropriately the closing bell. The closing bell. First question, Team 1, if you're ready, here it comes on the screen. All right, I like this question for administrative purposes. So let me simplify this. West Bengal has 23 districts, right? Now the districts are clubbed together in what is known for administrative purposes in something which is called divisions. Burdwan division, the Malda division, the Jalpaiguri division, the Mednipur division, and the what division? You have to give me the name of the 5th division, and which presumably is very, very important because under it you have Kolkata, Greater Kolkata, Howrah, Nadia, North and South 24 Parganas. What is the name of the division? Quick answer, Team 1.
Howrah division.
No, Howrah is written there, so the division itself is Howrah, no?
Pargana division.
No. To Team 3?
Hooghly division.
No. To Team 4?
Kolkata division.
No. Please do not read out what is written there. Team 5?
Pargana district.
To Team 6?
Haldia division.
No. That's the right answer to all the teams. The Presidency division. All of you please clap for that wonderful answer. Alright, next. Small-time politician, one by the name of Abhinandan Pathak, was with the BJP-led NDA constituent from the Republican Party of India, Athavale. So, What is unique about this politician? Why is he in the news? What is unique about him?
He is a lookalike of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Let's have a look at the answer. Well answered. Let's clap for them. PM Modi's lookalike. 10 points to team number 3. Next direct question for team number 4. If you are ready, here is your question. All right. This is a very good piece of information again. Talking about the Earth's time. So geologists, they divide the time of the Earth with various scales. Think about caves. 9 of the top 10 caves.
Maharashtra?
No, it's not Maharashtra. I thought somebody might say that. It's not Maharashtra.
Meghalaya?
So what is the name of the age? Meghalayan. Yes, that's the answer. Well answered. Meghalayan. That's the age that we are currently living in. Good answer. 10 points to team number 5. Only 2 more questions to go. Next up is your direct question actually, team 5. For the last time, here it comes. Your direct question. Baikonur in Kazakhstan is the world's first and currently the largest operational facility of its kind. This place is very important for a specific group of people. What group of people? So for which group of people is this place, Baikonur in Kazakhstan, very important? Team 6 is looking at you and praying that you give a wrong answer. Have to pass you now, Team 6.
Astronauts who are going to the International Space Station.
According to you, Baikonur in Kazakhstan is the largest aerodrome or place for satellite launches. Wonderful answer. 10 points, full 10 points. Astronauts it is. Let's have a look at the answer on screen, please. Yes, the Cosmodrome. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we start this quiz at about 11:15 in the morning after having asked 60 to 62 and a half questions. We have reached the last question of the quiz. And before we do that, top 3 prizes to be given away. So I'm interested to know the standings of the teams. Can we have a quick look at the score, please? All right, here comes the score. Ladies and gentlemen, please do clap for team number 6. They cannot be defeated from here on. And winners of InspiriaQ 2018. Louder round of applause for them. Well done to you. And team number 3, they are indeed the first runners-up because only 1 more question to go. They also have a confirmed second spot, so please do clap for them as well. Team number 5 on 75 points, but as customary, I'll have to end the quiz after asking the last question, which is coming up on screen. Here it comes, the last question of the quiz. Oh, this is also a nice piece of information. Look at the picture carefully. This is an Adidas shoe. In order to highlight the need to protect our Earth from the dangers of human action, my simple question is, what do you think are these shoes made from?
Recycled plastics.
I said not to jump the gun. You want to add anything? That's very generic. I need a more appropriate answer.
From the Pacific Ocean.
So your answer, if I were to decipher that correctly, your answer is, these shoes are produced from ocean plastic debris.
Yes.
Perfect answer to end the quiz. 120 points. The undisputed champions of InspiriaQ 2018. That's the exact answer. So then, ladies and gentlemen, that about does it for my time at InspiriaQ. Thank you very, very much for being a wonderful audience. I hope you have enjoyed the show. And I must say this. And why I enjoy coming to InspiriaQ. This year, though, we had a little less of an audience due to various reasons. I'm told that the examination season is on, so some teams could not turn up. But beyond that, Inspiria has really, really always inspired me for the sheer enthusiasm, not only of the participating teams, but also of the faculty members. So thank you very, very much, people from Inspiria, the management, Atulji there, thank you very much. Of course, Rahulji for having taken the trouble of calling me. And I must say this, please do clap for the person who did the preliminary round and went to all those places. So please do have a wonderful, he's there. He's going to come up on stage in some time, I'm sure. But thank you so very much. I hope to be back again at InspiriaQ 2019. Until then, obviously keep smiling and keep quizzing. Thank you very much. It's back to the MCs.
And we are starting with the prize distribution ceremony. Second runner-up, North Point St. Joseph School. Please give a loud round of applause for them. I kindly request Mr. Indrajit Chatterjee to come up and give away the certificates and the check, Fanindra Devan, and the trophy for the second runner-up, North Point St. Joseph's. Give it up for them. For the first runner-up, we have BSF Kadamtala. Congratulations, team. Round of applause for them. Now for the winners, let's have GD Goenka on stage. Yes, I request Mr. Atul Gupta, our managing trustee, to give away the cash prize of 15,000 rupees, certificates and trophy. They are the winners for 2018 InspiriaQ.
Coming to the end of the event, Inspiria Knowledge Campus Siliguri thanks our sponsors: Anandam ENT Head and Neck Super Speciality Center, Platinum sponsor; Global Reach Siliguri, Gold sponsor; Praveen Agarwal, Empowering Investment, Silver sponsor; Let's Go Tour and Travels, Silver sponsor;
Bhabhi Ma,
Silver sponsor; Ratna Bhandar Jewelers, Silver sponsor; and Janki Publications, Silver sponsor. I now request Mr. Rupat Das, the person who is solely responsible for InspiriaQ, to come up and give a vote of thanks.
thank you one and all for giving this opportunity, and on behalf of the Inspiria management and Inspiria team, I would like to give thanks to each and every participant who has taken up this call for coming down today. Okay, few schools couldn't come down. Unfortunately, they were very much interested, but they are starting their pre-boards or pre-selection examination commencing from the coming week Monday, so they couldn't make it up, unlike they were really interested to come down to this particular August gathering. I would like to thank few peoples who are not visible but making this particular grand afternoon the success one, and to start with Mr. Rahul Gupta, okay, who has taken up the leadership for making this as one of the best. Thanks to the sponsors who have really supported for the first time. I also like to give a thanks to the few more delegates, okay, who have made this afternoon a great one, starting with the BHM department, the good delicious food. At the same time, thanks to each and every faculty members who had supported and make this evening a great one, and we wish to make sure that this evening, the one as best, can be continued in the coming years too also. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all the dignitaries, principals of schools, distinguished guests, all the participants and all the audience for making this event a grand success.
I, Chetan Jain,
and I, Vidga Singhi, signing off for today.
Hope to see you in upcoming year.
Thank you all and have a good evening.